Reevesy, final 2 games of the season. How are you feeling heading into them?
Yeah, excited. I think when you see the result the other night, obviously we've still got a chance. Pressure does things to other teams, and obviously we know it's not in our hands. We can only concentrate on getting maximum points out of the next 2 games, which we're going to try and do. And we'd just like to say on behalf of all the players, a big thank you for all the travelling support, all the support at home as well obviously, but particularly the travelling support. It makes a huge difference when you're playing away from home. And we're going to need that again on Saturday. We know what we need to do. Everyone knows what we need to do. We need to go and get 3 points and put pressure on other teams, and hopefully we can take it into a cup final on the last day.
How's it been sort of reintegrating yourself with the Wimbledon fans? Because obviously they've known you for such a long time.
Yeah, it's been seamless. I think I said before, it kind of feels like I never really went away. Just came back in and kind of slotted into that sort of role. Obviously then becoming captain, you get even more closer to the fans, I feel. Obviously doing more interviews and stuff like that, and obviously talking to more people about the club and stuff like that, and you can feel the love and the passion from them. So for me, it's been really easy, really.
And how have you found the season from a personal perspective? You played a lot of games.
Yeah. Pleasing notes, obviously play, and obviously the gaffer trusts me to be the captain. Obviously play when I'm fit. I think on a personal note, I think it's been a good season personally. Obviously a shame that we're maybe not a little bit, couple more points, a little bit higher on a collective. But like I said, there's still a chance, so we just got to keep pushing.
You guys are obviously big believers in the style of play that the gaffer's implemented. Could you perhaps explain to fans what our style is and how you see it from a player's perspective, because some people might not generally understand how we want to play? Yeah,
I think on a general consensus it's very much, I've always said certain clubs have certain styles, and when you come away from that and try a different style, it can be maybe more detrimental to you, because maybe the fans are not quite in tune, you don't really get that connection with people. We know what we want to see at this club, and we want to see chances, we want to see balls flash across the box, we want to see final third entries, we want to be up in their half. We don't really want to particularly mess around with it too much in terms of build-up play. And if we do build up, but like we did particularly early on this season when the pitches were better, we still played quick through the lines. We didn't really mess around like other teams do early on, have maybe like 10, 12 passes in their own half. So our style of play, I'd say, is very much, get up in people's faces, make it difficult for them, and try and impose ourselves, but in the right areas of the pitch.
How pleasing was it for you to see Omar commit his future to the club recently?
Yeah, amazing. On a personal level, he's a very good friend of mine, so it was nice to see that he's staying on the level for the club. He's so good and so important for what he does for the team and his role. He does a lot more than what a typical normal striker would do. So for the club, I think it's a great bit of business.
Yeah, and just a final point to say, how much of a pleasure has it been for you to be wearing that shirt again, and also to be wearing the captain's armband, and I guess sort of rewinding your career in a sense that you're going back to the good times that you had here previously?
Yeah. I mean, some people always say, maybe you shouldn't go back, particularly if you left on such a high, which I was obviously lucky enough to do. But for me, that never come into my head. That was never a problem. I never thought I was going to come back and anything was going to go wrong, to be honest. You always back yourself and your own ability to. Obviously, I'm a little bit older now, a slightly different player. Obviously, been given the role as captain as well, which was obviously a huge honour. Played under some good captains, particularly when I was here. Obviously, with Barry Fuller, I always looked up to him anyway. So, obviously, then being a captain now myself, if I can bring any sort of traits and stuff like that he brought to the side, even if I could be half as good as a captain, then I'll be a decent one, because he was amazing for us.
And obviously after training you're going to be heading up on the coach to Tranmere. What are you like before an away game? What do you do to relax?
Coffee.
Yeah,
quite chilled, quite relaxed. We bring Uno cards, stuff like that, general stuff on the coach, and generally you get good at talking a lot of nonsense, really, because you have to pass the time very well. So a good bit of banter on the coach always helps, and just like to chill out, really, and be quite relaxed.
Fair play. Well, we hope you have a good journey up, and we look forward to seeing you up there.
Nice one, thank you, mate.
Cheers, Reezy.